Aloha, ikomo mai hale, mele kaliki maka, to the kamaina, to the kapuna, maohana, and my 10 great subscribers. Yeah, so what I just said, for you mainlanders that don't know anything about Hawaii, was I said hello, aloha. Aloha also has many other meanings, and they're all great. So, hello, goodbye, love. So, ikomo mai hale, welcome to my home. Mele kliki maka, that's Christmas greetings. Merry Christmas. Kamaaina. Kamaaina is local or resident. Kapuna, that's the elders. Ohana, that's the family. And the subscribers. Self-said. You know where the subscribe button is down below. So if you by chance find any interest in my videos, give me a like, thumbs up, and done with that little part. Okay, so this is my introductory video. It's holiday season for 2021. I've been on Big Island, almost 5 years. The way I got here, I just tried a video. It took me 20 minutes, so that ain't gonna cut it. You guys want to know how I got here, why I'm here, or I hope that's what an introductory video is all about. So, I've always been a tree-hugging hippie. Lived on a commune for a short time in the early, what year was that? Must have been the early 70s. No. Yeah, it was the early 70s. And I fell in love with the hippie culture, tree hugging, saving the land, and that was 71. That was when Jimi Hendrix died. I tried my hand at Haight-Ashbury, but it wasn't the same in the 70s as it was in the 60s. So I moved on, went to a commune out in Occidental, up near Sebastopol and Bodega Bay, where Bodega Bay is where the Birds was filmed. So I found that country living, hard backwoods living, whatever you want to call it, was what I enjoyed most. And I always wanted to get back to this, or get to it at that time. So that was my goal. And in 1981, after being discharged from the military, I moved into a small cabin in the backwoods. It wasn't that deep. I could hear the racetrack. So I heard the squim racetrack. Whew. Get that lips a moving. That was a squim racetrack. And it's out near Port Angeles. I had a little quarter-acre piece, and couldn't make the payments. But that was my first attempt. We tried the rainwater. The big event of the day when people came over to visit was to take them to the garbage dump because there was good shit out there. You know. The ringer washers, yeah, they were still there. You could pick one up for about $5 back then. So, first venture with off-grid didn't last. Had to come back to the city. I fought for another 35 years. I think that's the math as I just did, to get back to homesteading. And I thought I was over that. So, what are we into? Almost 5 minutes now, and I haven't said nothing. So, getting here. I always wanted to be out away from people. Not that I'm antisocial, but I like the seclusion at times. Uh, Gives you time to reflect. And so, got to reflect back on what I'm talking about. How I got here. Lots of different hats in my day, lots of different jobs. Ended up with commercial building inspection as my primary career, and had a job offer to come over to Oahu, to Fort DeRussy, right down there in Waikiki, and do some masonry inspection. Well, 2 weeks turned into 4.5 years, visiting a couple of different islands. I was on Oahu for quite a while. I was on Kauai for over a year. Loved Kauai. I loved Kauai. So, then a little bit on the Big Island, and ended up going back to the mainland, getting some money built up, buying my piece that I'm now on, sight unseen, except for through Google Earth. Um, so I didn't do too bad, I don't think. But I'm back to where I wanted to be, my dream, living off grid, and got here all through a job contact. Never thought I'd be retiring on the Big Island of Hawaii, trying to do what I started out to do in the 70s. Okay, so that's getting here. Now it's about my channel, I guess. Prior to getting here, I did a lot of YouTube surfing, and saw a lot of YouTubers from the Big Island. After I got here and was actually had the house built, I met my first YouTuber down on the street, Charlie, a lot of different names. If you surf enough YouTube, Charlie will be singing about a pirate somewhere. So that's all I'm going to go into for now for that. But so I met 5 different YouTubers out here, and I thought, well, you know, my family never gets to see me. Maybe I would start this channel. And finally, because one of the fellas I know up the road went up to give him a hand and found out he was a YouTuber also. I've known him for a couple of years now and never knew he was a YouTuber. But I'll give a link sometime. Today's my time. So I got here by hard work and the desire to live in the woods. So the YouTube part, yeah, I could use a little extra cash now and again. So we'll see how that goes. Take you on my journey. Maybe you'll learn something, maybe you won't. I got lots of things I still got to do out here, and which brings me to my business. I started a business here in Hawaii, 2014, and it just sat there. So I finally got it back up. The website is pretty much in place, but a few years back I went back to work after retiring, and I made enough money to buy myself a tractor. Well, I bought a Case 580D bucket loader with a backhoe, and shortly found out that what I was doing, I needed something with tracks. So this coming year, it doesn't look like it's going to be Christmas. It still could be though. So this coming year, I'm going to be getting a brand new John Deere 26G mini excavator. And I will be offering my services as small jobs for excavation, building your pads, getting a parking place cleared out rather than a weed eater. So let's see, I think anything more would just be talking about myself, which is what these YouTube videos are about. Yeah, well, hopefully in the future you'll find need of my service or want to give me a little bit of time, labor, whatever, we can figure that out. That's going to have to be cut out. I guess I get to try out my first editing too. So anyway, I got here for the desire to live in the woods. I got to YouTube for the desire to share my knowledge. And also for the fact that I need a little bit of promotion for my business. I don't want to work too hard. I'm retired. But like to make the money back on that new excavator. So, you guys have a good time. Merry Christmas. Mele Kliki Maka. And I'll see you soon. That's going to be my first intro video to my YouTube channel. Aloha.